Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the catch. It's Ray. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Fresh set of downs going up top. In traffic, it's Lacey. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Man, guys, we're just getting started, and we're highlighting these players and these guys, and the QB said, all right, just highlight me, because they're coming out with a purpose. They're throwing the football. 2 different guys, 2 different catches, 2 explosive plays.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. There he goes. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Hard running there. He's past the sticks. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Between the hashes, it's Alexander. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Tide ready to roll on offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Finds his man on the RPO. At the 45. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Running behind that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he tacked on the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
It's a running room. Ripped past midfield. Finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Sells to run, looking to pass. Right side, it's Odom. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he puts through the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Roach. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throws for the tight end. Left side is Edwards. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? Simmons finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Moves the pocket. It's Russell. Moves to his right. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go with a direct snap. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Trying to do it with his feet. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. On the move, it's Lacey.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Frazier. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. On the draw, it's Edwards. He's stopped.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Russell. Rush right in his face. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Russell. He rifles one deep to the left. Upstairs to make the catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. From the gun. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Lacey. Turning it on. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Finding some room. Enough to move the chains. He's up to 73 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this...
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Changing the routes with his receivers. Keelan Russell. He's going to fire deep. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Simmons to throw. Look out. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He's changing the play. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st.
Those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now they'll run it to the right here. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on that one. Makes up for some of the lost yardage, but they are still facing a 3rd down here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 14 team, the Florida Gators. And it's LSU coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
And that's another really good-looking run. This guy has been playing so good late in the year. Over 150 rushing yards his last game out. He's now got over 150 yards in this one, too. And if you're a voter for postseason awards, everybody on the Doak Walker committee obviously watching this, but let's be honest. I think there are a lot of Heisman Trophy voters paying more and more attention to this guy late in the year. He has been unbelievable.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Splinter landing! Splinter landing! Hammer! They'll try to power it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Stepping to the right. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Off play action on 1st down. Lets it fly. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Making the adjustment. Throwing Simmons. Tosses it incomplete.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on 1st down, playing the pass, now forcing a 2nd down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on 1st down.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown time. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll try the left side, and he's brought down after a short gain. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Out wide left, it's Lacey. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking for a huge play. Complete in the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Drops back on first down. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He caught it. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. And the RPO got him. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Simmons. He put some heat on that one down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
You know, free safeties, you think about hitters. You think about guys spinning down in the box, making tackles. You don't really think about coverage skills all the time, but this guy might change your mind a little bit. Great tight coverage and man-to-man and makes a play on the football. What a play.
Rebels offense is back on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. He's got enough. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Out wide right, it's Ray. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. Powers inside. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Throws it off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Quick give, it's Edwards. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Oh, he's got some space. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Working the ground game. Got him right there. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 4th down, Simmons. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Touchdown, Rebels. A pick 6.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
They'll line up to go for 2. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Left side is Edwards. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Motion from the back. Burrowing for yardage. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Edwards. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
2nd and long here. Right back to the well. Turning it off. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
looking for the edge. Now the pitch. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.